Hello all, Havoc here. All right, so I did a backer stream. That's something I do over there on Discord. So check the links so you can find out what's going on with that. Um, Basically, those who support me through Twitch or Patreon or whatever, whenever I play, I get them involved so they can be a part of it. Um, so I did some repairs. I think the shell is back intact. I think I got all the windows that are outward facing replaced. I got the solar reconnected. So, like, that was broke. Try to basically just go around and find broken things as well. Brought a battery out here. Got them out of the greenhouse. And yeah, just kind of tried to get it to where if a storm hit, we'd be all right. So what are you making? Oh yeah, he's making heavy cables. We lost so much cable. So I just basically I topped him off with gold and copper and just set him free. I all the chutes are gone, so I had to cobble together because I didn't have any chutes made at the time. Which one is running? So are we like no noises? Okay, it's quiet, but I remember I turned the volume down the other day, but I didn't think it was that quiet. All right, now it's all right. Okay, so where are we at? The overall issue right now is I have no temperature control here. I vented the room to bring it down. It was just over 60 C at one point. So that's a thing. What I'm thinking about doing is running active and passive vent. An active vent through here, bunch of radiators outside, and then back through. So basically just circulating the air. I believe I tried that once before. Let's grab this, put this back in here, close this. Filtration's fine. I think by doing that, we won't need a pressure regulator. All right, so active vent goes outside right now and goes to right there. So it's a passive vent here, and I think we have a passive vent back there still, right? I can't see back there to see it. Let's go upstairs. Okay, there we go. Let's get these put in here for now. I meant to land on the locker. Okay, yeah, so we have another passive vent back here. So I think what I want to do, because this is internal air also. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that pipe outside. And when I turn that vent on, it's going to cycle the air. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think it'll work. Does it still work? Yeah, okay. All right, so let's go put this back. Come on. Okay. Not super worried about cycling air right now because of the mess I'm in. I'm gonna get the floors redone. I haven't done the floors because I am thinking about doing uh, steel for the floors. I did put a lot of iron frames back, so you'll see like frames are poking out here now. We'll get a little bit more into that here in just a minute, but let's get this cleaned up a little bit. Really don't want to pick up any ore. Okay. So the idea is, that's a passive vent. I don't need that there. So screwdriver. Or a wrench. Okay. And let's go ahead and yeet you for a second. And get all of that back up here too. No? Yes. Because I need some more pipe. I don't think I have, not only do I not have enough, but I'll have to go back in. Okay, so let's passive vent. Throw you up here. Radiator. Okay. So one of the interesting comments I read from last episode was, for lack of a better term, I'm building too big. That was not directly the comment, but it kind of was the comment. If I had built small, I would have lost everything. I mean, to put it in perspective, the fire started over there where that pipe is. It was within a block of taking out my auto lathe. I mean, literally within a block of taking out the auto lathe. And look how much damage the auto lathe took. So I really do need to get another one built, because if something else happens, it is done for. I'm actually thinking about compartmentalizing even further. About basically, I'm running low on room in here. Basically what I'm thinking about doing is putting walls around each device, but walls didn't stop any of this. So yeah, I'm kind of like, it feels crazy that this has gone as bad as it has over something so simple. I mean, we blew this up down here, right? This blew up down there once already, and that was totally expected, and for lack of a better term, an acceptable amount of damage. But wow, I mean, really? Because I'm going to rebuild all this anyway, I'm going to actually... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Right. Okay. This should be enough. I have room now, so let's go ahead and modify this a little bit. You. Better. All right, so since we're down here, I'll go over it. I pushed this wall back. It went back basically 2 blocks. It was here. It's now back to here. I have lots of work I have to do. I had lots of work to do as of yesterday's episode anyway, so There we go. Now we got plenty of pipe. Jetpack. All right. Been very fortunate, no storms. Of course, now that I said that, that's about to change. All right. So outside temperature does not get that hot on this planet. It stays relatively cool. So this should work. I should be able to just pipe outside air across that. This should work. This should work. I'm just going to keep telling myself that. So for the flooring, the reason I haven't done much repairs is because I'm thinking about using 2 layers of walls. You guys have brought that up during my last playthrough. So yeah, it's up to 60C already. Holy cow. It's working. So there shouldn't be any overpressure because it's literally just airflow. We're just circulating air. I don't have to worry about adding bad things to the air because it's the air that's already in here. It's working. Sweet. All right. I mean, I got a long way to go. I mean, it's, but still, it was on the rise. I have no plants in here, no nothing, and just the temperature just kept going up and up and up and up and up and up. So I don't have to continue to vent the room anymore just to keep the temperature under control. So I guess more radiators would help. I don't think we have any more. It's passive vent, heater, cooler. No. So if we made ourselves like 10 more radiators, 6 more radiators, somewhere in there, it would be good. All right, so that's cool. It's working. I need a filter. Thank you. Okay, so I just want to make sure it was working because all that scrap we put in there didn't get anything back, so I was kind of worried. So here, rad. Okay. Oh wow, Wow, that takes steel for rads? I did not know that. We don't have a lot of steel, so... I mean, sorry. Our furnace isn't set up, so the steel we have is all the steel we got. That's what I meant to say. Alright. Let's go ahead and get... We'll do 6. And let's head back out. No, it's not. Now we got all the power cable, we can fix all of that stuff too. What are we doing? 58.4. Alright. Come on, get in there. Okay. Oh, come on, Havoc. And of course, right where the beam's at. It definitely looks like it's going down quicker now. Alright. Fantastic. Passive cooling. Yes, thank you. No explosions. I like the no explosions part. Alright, so with the no explosion thing we got going on here, downstairs is going to get rebuilt with regulators or relief valves, because I don't want to blow stuff up. I've actually been trying very hard to build smart, and I just didn't think that was going to happen over there. So pressure regulator. Pressure regulator. Is it a part of the pressure regulator? Like a different version? Which we have one over here, so let's go check that. I think we have one right here, right? That's a volume pump. No. Okay, that's not what we want. How bad is that thing? Cheebity Christmas. That's bad shape. There he goes. All better. Alright, so pressure regulator. Okay, that's what I want. Okay. Back pressure regulator. There we go. I think that's the one I want, right? Okay, so let's go F1. Pressure. Back pressure regulator. Unlike the pressure regulator, which closes when the input exceeds given pressure, the back pressure regulator opens when the input pressure reaches a given value. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's what we need. And I'm just going to put that back there now for now, because I have to disassemble all of this. And I think I am going to compartmentalize each one of these bits. So if something does go wrong, yeah. So a case in point is I'm not going to use these little tanks. I'm going to use the bigger tanks. And yeah. If I put them inside their own area, they don't rupture, from what I understand. Is the big ones are pretty robust. So let's check out. I have not typed in tank in here, so I kind of want to see, now that we're at a higher tier, what our choices are. Tank insulated. kit tank. These are new. These came with the last update. The insulated foundations. So yeah, I guess I just go with an insulated large tank or insulated tank. And how much are these? 20 steel a piece. So that's a good amount. So, all right, let's go check our temperatures. Where are we at? 58. What is it outside? We are at 18C, so we still have a ton of heat that we could radiate outside. Outside is still way cooler than inside. It's climbing. That doesn't make sense. If it's 18C outside and 58C inside. Let's try switching the direction, see if that makes any difference. Created a vacuum for a second. That was awesome. All right. Keep going down, right? Yeah. So what I need to do is set up the same... Does that have a data port on it? I think it used power and data through the same one, huh? So what I could do is set up the same rules. Instead of running the air conditioner, I run this. That's possible. Because outside will always be cooler than 30C. And I just want to bring it down to 30C. See, right now my suit's saying, dude, you're hot. 56C in here. Look at the bottom right corner. It's like, yeah, it's a little toasty in here. Oh, fun fact. Yesterday when our suit was on the verge of melting because it was 1400 degrees in here, or out there, I should say, because it was nice in here. When it was 1400 degrees out there, it said cold. It was giving me warning for cold temperatures. And in the top right hand corner, there's a little frostbite snowflake symbol. So, yeah. All right, so this is working. I feel this is drastically safer than what I was using before. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to use to regulate temperatures. I want to get all this out of the floor, and I think I'm going to put it in one of those cabinets on the wall. Probably like that wall right there. This room needs to be changed. Again, I like this. Also, I watched a couple of videos, and they said that just leaving the refrigerator to open doesn't make a difference. So, yeah, that's kind of fun. And eggs do expire. You just have to open the carton to see the expiration date. So, in they go. What's more power, right? So this actually is way more brutal than I think than people realize. It's like, oh, it's not that big a deal, but if you start over, you quickly got to get the food in that container they give you into a storage facility, or it's gone. And even still, it's like this stuff here still has an expiration date. This will still expire in 54 hours inside of the refrigerator. So if you do not get to the point where you're utilizing those resources before that time frame hits, like if you're just playing it slow and low, stuff's still going to expire on you. So you can't reproduce things. So yeah, there's some. I have some concerns too. Some of the things they got going on with the food stuff. I think if it's in a, I think we need to have like a seed pod or something like that that doesn't expire. I mean, I was watching one individual and he had dropped the temperature that the temperature or pressure is dropping because like don't cycle the air properly. Um, he had dropped the refrigerator temperature using the gassed one to like negative. So he's freezing the product and it still is expiring. That doesn't work for me. I don't think that's fair. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to play it by ear and see what happens going forward. So going forward with this, I need flat wall. Flat wall, we agreed. Yes, it is airtight, right? Yep. So I think that is what we're going to be using going forward, is flat wall. I don't know which one I want to use. I would like it to be not plain. Plating with a hatch panel with arrow, monochromatic, two-tone. Oh, we could go into here. I totally forgot about this. One. Flat wall. You can look here and it gives you a picture of what they all look like. So two-tone, monochromatic. I think we're going to do the two-tone for the floors. Oh. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, stop it, Havoc. Now we need some steel. Yeah. All right. So I think that's what I'm going to use for the floors. Where's our temperatures at? Temperature or pressure still dropping? That doesn't make sense. That I'm lost on because it's a closed loop right there. The pressure should not have dropped that much, but I don't know. Work on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out all the frames and I'm going to put in walls top and bottom. So that's going to get kind of expensive, but I think it's going to look better and I think it's also going to be better long term. So I want to take a look here. What does gray look like? Kind of like it. How about, what does orange look like? I think I like the orange. Where's our blue at? I had blue. I think it's in there. I need to turn that off anyway. Yeah, we're down to 45C, so let's pump that air back outside. Yeah, if that just turned on for just a minute, just to lower the air temperature, I think that would make more sense. So let's pump that back in there. There we go. All right, so maybe it was just the wind blowing across it. 76, 96. Is it going up? And I didn't check the. I was gonna check for blue paint in there. All right, so we're gonna make a blue paint. I'm not sure. What about yellow? Let's try yellow. No, I do not like yellow. That doesn't look bad. So I think blue would look kind of cool, probably. What about black? No. It's still two-tone, but not as good as gray. I think gray and orange were my favorite. Yeah, I think gray and orange are my favorites. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna probably do another backer stream here in the next little bit to try to get a lot of this stuff swapped out. So yeah, don't forget to go and check out Discord and all those kinds of links. And if anything else, ask me how this all works out. So appreciate you guys being here and all the support you guys are bringing to the channel. It's not a long episode, but I got so many plates and things to make, and it's just a bunch of block replacement. I think in our next episode, we're going to try to map out how we're going to rechange all of this. We need to get water back online because we don't have any, and I'm at 51%. So I think I have some. Yeah, I have 66% in that bottle, so yeah. Thanks for being here. This is Havoc. Have fun and keep gaming.